Good morning, sports and football. All right, I'm playing Big Country Football League 1952. This is the game of the week. This is week 2, game 3. So I've already played through week 1, and I've already played the first game of week 2. Game 2, I'm skipping for the sake of time to play this. I'll go back and play game 2 offline. I wanted to play these two teams for this video this morning. So I am using the Time Sports Complete D66 Football. This is the personal version of the game I want to play. Of course, once I typed it up and play tested it, typed it up, I decided to order the book on Lulu, and since I put it into a book format, I did make it available for sale. But again, this would not be necessarily to replace the Time Sports D66 Full Football Simulator or the Definitive or Complete Edition. But this is exactly the this would be the creator's version. So anyway, so for this we're going to need, of course, my teams. And for those who don't know, I did the off season on the channel. You can see that video, the off season. I went through the off season, went ahead and started week 1, finished that. Combination of the Time Sports Complete Fast Sim and full games. And so this will be a complete game using the brand new charts. All right, so Coaldale in this game, their offense is a B versus the D of Springfield. So offense B versus D, we're going to be looking at an A for the Coaldale Miners. And Springfield is a B versus B, so Springfield, B versus B, is B. So this should be a little more offense. This document suggests 20 possession games, but again, my Big Country Football League has been 16 possession games for years. I finished 48, 49, 50, 51, and all of them I did with 16 possession games, so I keep it at 16 no matter what version of football time I'm playing, for consistency in highlights, etc. Remember, I track box score highlights, interceptions, sacks, fumble recoveries, as well as touchdowns. And then I simulate full game statistics, no matter whether I fast sim or play out a game. Right now, this you could track stats if you wanted to play full 30-tick games. All right, so I did the coin toss already, and Springfield, Coaldale felled the coin toss. Springfield chose to take the ball. That'll give them the ball to start and the ball to finish. Remember, this game has the extra possession rules. It also has the comeback rules. So hopefully we'll get to see how both those things work as we play on. All right, so Springfield, we also need to get our static kick return. So Springfield's, the place kicker for Belgrade is D, and the return man here is B. So D on B is 29, so we know that Springfield will always return kickoffs out to the 29. He is not a peak return man, so he cannot take it back to the house. And neither the return man for Coaldale can. He is peak. So let's get their kick return. Their kick return is C versus B. So C versus B is 27 and a star, as Coaldale, is capable of taking any kick back to the house. All right, punt net. Springfield's punter is a D. The return man, Benson, is B. So our punt is D versus B, 36. Not great. Springfield's special teams will be behind the 8 ball today. Coaldale, punter D versus, Coaldale's B versus B. So B versus B is 40. So they're going to get the league average in NFL history of a 40 net. And there is my two statics, right? Again, and punt block, kick blocks are an option on every kick if you can, if you want to, or if you can remember to do it. All right, this game, what is special about this, again, are the new offensive automated solitaire charts. Also, it uses static events, static long gains, and static defensive returns. So you'll see, along with my static special teams, so that is partially what makes this the designer's choice, right? The games that I kind of designed to sell are remembering that most consumers want dynamic kickoffs and punts, and I personally don't. So this is more what I'm looking for, right? Okay. All right, so anyway, we know that Springfield's kick returner, Evans, brings it out to the 29-yard line. Springfield Eagles, by the way, who are predicted to be, again, not a great team. They actually won in week 1, 29-26 over Central City. Central City, I've projected to be in the championship, so they got a 3-point road win, 29-26 over Central City. Olstead threw 2 touchdowns in that game. So Springfield has already started the season off well. Here they're at home, so hometown fans will get to see the brand new young rookie coach, Jeb Franklin, and this team, and let's see if they can continue their winning ways against a very good Coaldale team. Remember, Coaldale last year had the league's best record, but lost the championship game to Middletown. All right, here we go, Springfield. Remember, in this game, it's totally automated. You don't have to call anything. You just roll the dice and play to find out. All right, Springfield is using the B charts, and we have the A set aside on their own, the BC charts, and then we have the DF charts. And you'd say, well, man, that means we got B and C the same? No, because their raw grades actually impact the static charts. So yes, they share production charts, but they don't share big play charts. So that's where the B and C are still separated, and that's where D and F are still separated, as well as A. All right, Springfield's first play, it's going to be a handoff for 4 yards to Pip. 1, 2, 3, 4, second down. So Pip returns, the veteran running back for Springfield. It's going to be a drop back pass. Olstead looking for somebody open and throws the ball. It is incomplete. 3rd down and 6. It's going to be a pass for 5. So he drops back, looks. Who does this throw this to? It's going to be to Pip out of the backfield for 5, but that's going to make it 4th and 1. Springfield not going to risk it. They're going to punt with a 36. Net 10, 20, 35, and 6. Pins them at the 26. And already the B-rated Central City defense has held down Springfield's opening drive. All right, here we go. The Coaldale Miners, Bellows under center, veteran Plum, the league's #1 running back last year. Again, came up short in the championship, but Plum did lead the league in both yardage and touchdowns. He is their top player, and Brody is the best tight end in the game. He caught 2 touchdowns in week 1. So Brody starts off the 52 campaign with 2 touchdown receptions. It's going to be, and remember, these guys are using the A chart, so they get the solo, they get the up top big chart. 13 is going to be incomplete. So Bellows drops back, looks for Brady, and it's no one home, second down. It's going to be a drop back pass. Nope, he pitches it out to Plum for 5, 6 yards. It is 3rd and 4. The Coaldale Miners would like to convert here. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's looking, he fires. It's a 14-yard catch for Wellington, the flanker. 10 and 4 to the 46-yard line. And the first down of the day belongs to the Coaldale Miners. This team projected to get back to the championship and face possibly Central City. Here we go. It's going to be 25 is going to be a run for 4 yards to Greg, the fullback. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to the 50. 2nd and 6. The Coaldale Miners drop back. It's going to be a big pass down the field, 27 yards to Porter. There's ex-receiver. 10, 25, 6, 7, down to the 23. The crowd here is stunned as Bellows, the veteran quarterback, finds their top receiver, Porter. Brady is their actual top guy, but he's the tight end, not the receiver. Coaldale goes to work. It's going to be a handoff. 8 yards for Plum around the end. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Plum back to his ways as the league's top rusher last year. It's going to be a big pass, touchdown. Oh, wow, Bellows. Who catches this? Bellows, a 15-yard pass. TD2, and let's roll the die. Porter. So Porter got him down here on a 27-yard catch. He's going to get this. Their place kicker is a D, so we do have to kick the extra point. I have to roll better than a 1, and it's good. So yes, that would be a high miss rate, but that's okay. This is, again, fictional football of the 1950s here, at least on these teams. I mean, you can play any era of football you want, but we are simulating fictional football. Okay. So Springfield's going to return this out to the 29. Again, static, special teams, makes things quick, makes things effective over the course of a game and a season. All right, the fans here like to see Olstead get back to what he did last week. Olstead threw 2 touchdowns last week. Pip, pretty good back. Smith, their fullback, has been quiet for the last few years. They have Price, Gabriel, and Winters as the receivers. So let us find out. They go to work. They're looking at the B charts. 46. This is going to be a handoff, folks, for 9 yards to Pip. Very nice. Yep, 2nd down and 1. Springfield Eagles. This is a good down to call a play-action pass. Nope, they might. So this is where we finally get to see how the new long gain charts work. So we have now event charts instead of turnovers or interceptions or whatever might be in this. And they have long gain, right? Instead of, say, a touchdown or just a ride die roll. We have to actually look now. Okay, so how does long gain work? Very simple. We look at their raw offense, B, and we look at the raw defense, B. So B on B is a 35-yard play, but we don't know what it is. Odd, it is a run. It is a pass, so it's going to be a 35-yard pass to Gabriel, the tight end, down the middle of the field. Play action, and it is a tight end seam. 10, 20, 35, down to the 27. The Springfield fans leap to their feet when they see Gabriel, the veteran tight end, running free down the middle of the field. And Olstead, who threw 2 touchdowns in week 1, drops it in his bucket. And the team captain on defense, Fairbanks, has to chase him down and make the tackle. Springfield threatening. Here we go. It's going to be 32 is going to be, let's flip this back over. 32 on the B charts is complete for 3. Out to the backfield to the fullback, Smith. 1, 2, 3. 2nd and 7. Springfield fans excited about Olstead's play with the new rookie head coach this year. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's looking deep down the sideline. Nobody home. Incomplete. 3rd down. Springfield does not want to sputter here. Drops back, looks, fires out to the tight end, Gabriel, for 9. 5 and 4. 1st down at the 15. The crowd roars as Gabriel has caught 2 passes for 44 yards on this drive. They snap the ball, drops back, looks, can't find anybody. Incomplete. Olstead trying to continue leading the league in touchdown passes. He would love to get his 3rd here. Drops back, hands it off to Pip. Pip goes for 4 yards down to the 11. It's 3rd and 6. The fans here quiet. Olstead looks over the defense from under center, snaps, backpedals, looks, fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Olstead. Olstead, a 11-yard TD pass. Who to? Touchdown pass to 1. Out of the backfield, Pip to the running back. Pip. Extra point for these guys. He is a C kicker. It's automatic. PAT. Folks, first quarter, it is 7-7. Bellows for Coaldale throws a 15-yard strike to Porter. Olstead, after a 35-yard bomb, gets down the field with the help of his tight end. And again, Olstead adds to his league-leading touchdowns. That'll be his 3rd on the year in 1 game, 1 quarter. 5 quarters of play. He's thrown his 3rd touchdown pass. This one to Pip. I think Pip caught one in the first game, too. I can't remember. All right, Coaldale returns out to the 27 with a chance to take it back to the house on a 66. They do not, 44, but it's out to the 27 for Benson. Remember, only peak return men get a shot at returning touchdowns. As you're a rookie, you can't, and a veteran, you cannot. So peak return men will always get a chance to return punts and kicks for touchdowns. All right, so far so good. Beautiful first game. Coaldale using the A charts against this defense. A D defense and a B offense leads to an A option. 43 is going to be a pass for 16 to Wellington. 5, 10, 15, up to the 43. Just like that, Bellows completes a 16-yard pass down the sideline. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's looking, fires it deep out of bounds. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. It's going to be a drop back pass. He looks, he floats it out to Plum. Plum turns upfield, picks up 5 in the 1st down. As Bellows using his backs out of the backfield here. It is 3rd and 5. Drops back, looks, fires right down the middle of the field to Brody for 16, 5, 10, 15, 16, down to the 36. The big tight end who led all tight ends last year in receptions. Catches a big pass there for 16 yards. Bellows looking like prime mid-season form. He is a veteran. And it's going to be a drop back pass for 9. This will be to Brody, the tight end, down to the 27, 2nd and 1. big tight end with back-to-back catches. They snap the ball. It's going to be a handoff to Plum. He gets buried for a loss of 1. 3rd down and 2. Who makes that big tackle for loss? It's going to be McGregor, their peak defensive lineman, makes that TFL. 3rd down and 1-2. 3rd and 2. Coaldale Miners, Bellows lines up under center. The crowd roaring here, trying to give Springfield a chance to be 2-0, which would be huge. They won 1 game last year. They've already matched that. If they can win this, they would start out 2-0 with a brand new head coach. 34, he drops back. He looks. He hands it off to Pip on a draw, and he gets hammered for nothing. 4th down. We have got a D-rated place kicker from the 28. He would have to roll a 5 or a 6, but it would give them a 3-point lead. They need a 5 or a 6, and no, it's going to miss. You got to be kidding me. So Belgrade misses. Belgrade with a 34-yard field goal attempt. Remember, my goalposts are on the goal line in my league. Is no good. And that wraps up, folks, the first quarter. Coaldale, Bellows scores 7. Springfield, Olstead matches him with a touchdown of his own. It's 7-7. And the fans here on their feet, 5, 6, 7, as they have the ball at the 35. Whoops. Right, 35-yard field goal missed. All right, Springfield fans on their feet. They are 1-0. Already have matched their totals for last year. Believe it or not, they actually got worse on defense this year, but they got better on offense. And that's what Jeb Franklin was brought in to do, improve the offense, it looks like. Every single one of their players stayed to run this new offense. And so far, folks, they have scored 36 points in 5 quarters. Springfield going to work. Here we go. They're using the B charts against this B-rated defense. It's going to be a pitch out for 7 to Pip. 5, 6, 7. 2nd down and 3. It's going to be it's another long gain. Okay, let's make sure we do this right. Offense B. So we look at the raw long gain, right, is B versus their defense B. So 35 yards, but is it a run or a pass? It is a run. Pitch out to Pip for 35, 10, 20, 35, down to the 23. And I'm telling you, folks, if Coaldale's defense wasn't as good as it is, those would be 40 and 45-yard plays, maybe longer. That is a pitch to Pip for 35 yards. The crowd here leaps to their feet as they've seen their offense with 70 yards in 2 plays in the first quarter and a half, or first quarter and point 1. Pitch out. This has got to be a power sweep to the fullback. Power sweep to the fullback for 4 yards. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the 19. That was Smith. They're very quiet fullback, but he's in his peak. It's going to be another handoff. This time a loss of 1. Pip back in the game, but this time they're ready for him. Tackle for loss for Kleinhaus. So Kleinhaus, one of the star defensive linemen in the league, gets a big tackle for loss. 3rd and 5, 6, 7. 3rd and 7. Can Olstead convert? Drops back. He's forced to scramble. Olstead runs, gets popped, loses a yard. 4th down. Who makes that tackle for loss? Kleinhaus. Back-to-back TFLs. Kleinhaus. 2 TFLs on that drive after a 35-yard gain by Pip. They're going to have to settle for a field goal from the 21. He's a C kicker. So 3 and up, it's good. And no, he's going to miss. The fans can't believe it. It's Clark. Oh, man. 28-yard field goal, no good. No good. They have both missed chip shot field goals here in 1952. 5, 6, 7. And they're going to take over the 28. You got to be kidding. Now, I could have rolled for a block on that, too, by the way. But, again, that's the hard part, remembering to roll blocks. But again, that's optional. You don't have to roll every time. All right, Coaldale takes over, folks. It is a 7-7 game. Both place kickers have missed kicks inside the 40. Coaldale goes to work. They have the A offensive charts, and here we go. 52. 52 is going to be a pass for 8, so he swings it out to his fullback. 5 on a screen pass. right there in his 2nd and 2. That is Bellows opening up with a quick first down pass. It's going to be a run for nothing. He hands it off to Plum. Leading back last year. Pow. Nowhere. 3rd and 2. Come on, Coaldale. You can't squander it here. It's going to be a pass for 14 down the sideline to split in. That is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 up to the 50-yard line. First down. Porter makes a big catch past the sticks, beating Olsen, the veteran DB. Oh, folks, incomplete. He drops back. He's looking deep for Wellington. Wellington can't catch that ball, overthrown, but at least it's overthrown. Bellows drops back, hands it off to the fullback, gets 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. Coaldale needs to open it up here, but they could use this back on a draw play. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's looks for Brody, and he's well covered. Incomplete. 4th down. We can punt. That would put it through the end zone. We cannot kick a field goal from here. So if we punt, no, we would pin him. Net punt pins him at the 7. So coffin corner punt. So CC punt, 7-yard line. Wow. So Springfield fans on their feet cheering on this team as they are playing their hearts out. Springfield has 93 yards to go for a touchdown before half. And Coaldale will get the ball one more time here in the first half. Springfield goes to work. It's going to be a handoff outside for 2 yards to Pip. 1, 2, up to the 9. 2nd and 8. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's looking. He fires it into the flat to Gabriel, the tight end for 7. 5, 6, 7. 3rd and 1. The fans nervous when he drops back to pass down here on this part of the field. And he's going to drop back, looks, fires it out into the flat to his halfback, who turns it upfield, gets 4 yards, and the first down. The crowd roars as Olstead in this offense has been fantastic, completing a higher percentage than he did last year and leads the league with 3 touchdown passes thus far. They snap the ball. It's going to be a handoff. Loss of 1 for the big fullback, Smith. 2nd and 11. Tackle for loss, Kleinhaus. That's his 3rd tackle for loss today, folks. Kleinhaus is a stud. Springfield drops back, looks, hands it off on a delay. Pip gets 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 3rd down and 1, 2, 3. 3rd and 3. That was a great delayed handoff by Olstead. It's going to be a drop back pass. He looks, he floats it out to Gabriel on a quick waggle for the tight end. First down at the 32. The crowd here in Springfield roaring as Olstead converts again. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's looking deep for Winters. Incomplete. The flanker deep down the sideline. Nobody there. 34. He's going to drop back and pass. Incomplete. Looking in the middle of the field for his tight end. 3rd and 10. Olstead's missed 2 in a row. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a pass for 13 to Winters. First down. 10, 11, 12, 13 up to the 45. The crowd here in Springfield loving this new offense. Holy cow. Springfield struggled last year, scored only 86 points. They've scored 36 already this year. So firing that old coach and bringing in Jeb Franklin has brought life to a talented group that was not used properly. That's what that looks like. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's going deep for Price. Incomplete. 2nd down. Olstead snaps the ball. It's going to be a pitch out for 5 yards to Pip. 3rd and 5. Pip gets around the corner, picks up 5. And it's going to be a drop back pass. 13-yard strike to the tight end. 10, 11, 12, 13 down to the 38 and in field goal range. Holy cow, the crowd roars. Olstead waits for the crowd to quiet. Barking signals, snaps the ball. Uh-oh, we have an event. This is going to be bad news. B, so again, we use the raw grade. B versus this defense. B, so B versus B is a turnover. Oh, no, and the turnover is a fumble lost by Olstead. So Olstead, quarterback, fumble lost. So this could be a strip sack, or it could just be he fumbled the snap under center. And the defense, now this is where it gets crazy. We look at the defense fumble return for a raw B. So we look at raw B, fumble return, 10 yards against them. They're going to have the ball at the 48. Unfortunately, that hurts. Who recovered this? Kleinhaus? Farmer, the stud. Farmer last year was the Defensive Player of the Year. He had a game where he had 2 fumble recoveries, a blocked kick, and an interception. He also had a couple of big plays in the championship. Unfortunately, Farmer did not win last year. Coaldale Miners went 7-2, back-to-back championships because Farmer and Kleinhaus are studs for this Coaldale defense. Olstead fumbles after a brilliant drive, and Farmer scoops it up, returns it back 10. And folks, Coaldale with the ball, short field. The crowd here stunned as the Miners now have the ball at their own 48. And it's going to be a pass for 9 to the tight end, Brody. Folks, they're going to use that tight end, move down the field first, second down and 1. Coaldale Bellows looking good. He has Brody. It's going to be a pitch out for 3 yards to Greg, the fullback. 1, 2, 3 on a power sweep pitch to the big fullback Greg with 2 G's. He snaps the ball. Oh no, we're going to have an event for the A charts. I mean the long gain for A charts. So again, we look at the raw offense, raw on long gain, B, and we look at the raw defense, D. This is going to be a 45-yard play, and that is a touchdown, folks. 40-yard touchdown, and it is 5. It is odd. It's a run for the league's top player, Plum. 40-yard run TD. Extra point is good. And that's it, folks. The crowd stunned as the league's top rusher rips off a 40-yard run. Point off turnover. Farmer set that up, falling on a fumbled snap by Olstead. 40-yard run by Plum. Folks, at halftime, it is 14-7. Springfield was looking so good, but Coaldale, as I've said before, they've been to the last 2 straight championships. They've lost them both, but this is a damn good football team. The offseason, they only improved on defense. Or they improved on, defense, I think. So anyway, at halftime, folks, we got the young rookie coach who's got to now make some adjustments. This team is not accustomed to this. The first game of the season, they were leading at halftime. He's going to have to make adjustments and remind this team that they can certainly score points. Springfield will kick it off to start the second half as they took the ball to start the game, so they must kick off. Coaldale is going to return this 27 with a chance to take it back to the house. Georgevich, and no, they do not. And we're out to the 27-yard line. Coaldale now can stretch the lead with a great opening drive. Let's see if he does. Remember, I'm using my personal D66 football game, right? Again, I had no intention on sharing this. I figured nobody would care, but once I put the book on Lulu, I said, what the hell, people might want it. All right, here we go. And we're looking at the A offensive charts. This is going to be a drop-back pass for Brody, incomplete. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be a loss of 1. Pow. So the league's top rusher, after a 40-yard touchdown run to end the first half, gets hammered there for a loss of 1. And the big hit for loss is made by Vernon, the peak linebacker of Springfield, with a TFL. So we're going to go Vernon with a TFL. All right, it is 3rd down and 11, and it is going to be a handoff. So they're just trying to get out of this. A 3-yard draw play to Plum. 1, 2, 3. Opportunistic, hoping they could find room against this defense on a long, setting up their punt. They're going to punt a 40. So they just position themselves for a safe play. 10, 20, 30, 40. I should roll to see if we can block that. It is in the rules. And no block. And again, that is a net. So the punt returner is assumed to have caught and returned that for whatever, fair catch. Doesn't matter. It's net. All right, here we go. Springfield now down by 7. They got the ball back. The fans happy with that defensive play. And it is going to be a pass for 13 yards to Price. They're split in. 10, 11, 12, 13, up to the 44-yard line. The crowd roars. Olstead, fine day so far. 14 is going to be a handoff for a loss of 1 to Pip. Who gets that? Tackle for loss. Kleinhaus, 4 TFLs as he is dominating the line of scrimmage against this B offense. 2nd and long. Olstead needs to get to the air. He drops back, looking deep for Winters. Incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd down and long. It's going to be a snap. Drop back. Looks, fires. Incomplete. 4th down and they will be forced to punt in a tight ball game, 7-point game here in Springfield. The punt goes 36, 10, 20, 35, 6 to the 21. Fielded there by Benson. And I can make an attempt to return it for a touchdown, and we do not. All right, so remember, he's a peak return man, so you always can make a roll. All right. Here we go. Can Coaldale add to their lead in the third quarter? It's going to be 52, so pass for 8 out to Greg, the fullback, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Second down and 2. It's going to be a pass into the flat to Plum, incomplete. Bellows trying to use his backs to spread the defense laterally, and that one incomplete. 3rd and 2, they got to give it to the league's top rusher, and they do. He's going to hand it off, 5 yards for Plum, first down at the 34, and Plum with quite a few yards after that 40-yard breakaway touchdown. It's going to be 45. It's going to be another run for 6 for Plum. 5-6. Plum chewing up real estate. Led the league last year with 800 and something yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. It's going to be a drop back pass looking for Brody. Incomplete. They're covering Vernon in his prime is handling Brody, who's a prime tight end. It is 3rd and 4. It's going to be a run for nothing. They hand it to Plum. 4th down. Pow. They will have to punt. 40 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40. And pin them at the 20. And the crowd here in Springfield is thrilled to death with the output of their defense. Unfortunately, they got to get that offense back on track. Final drive of the third quarter for Springfield. They go to work. It's going to be a nice pass out for 21 for Gabriel. 10, 21. The tight end again, seam route down the middle of the field. Springfield's going to hand this off. Nope, drops back. It's a play action. Fires it to Price for 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're at the 46. The crowd roaring. Olstead comes out under center, waits for the crowd to quiet. Makes his changes, snaps the ball, drops back, looks, fires deep to Winters, incomplete. Holy cow, 2nd and 10. Olstead drops back, looks, fires into the flat, incomplete at the feet of his halfback Pip. 3rd down and 10. They got to get the first here. It's going to be a drop back pass. He looks, he waits. He waits for Winters to break free of coverage and completes a 7-yard strike. 5, 7. As he shakes loose from his defensive coverage, it is 4th and 3. And they can kick this from the 44, but he is a C kicker. I would have to roll a 5 or a 6. The crowd holding their breath as Clark trots out on the field. He's already missed a 28-yarder. He needs a 5 or a 6 to cut the lead. And it is no good. You've got to be kidding me. 39 and 7 is 46-yard field goal. Clark, the crowd, 46-yard field goal attempt, no good. And folks, welcome to the 1950s, as these guys are clubfoot kickers who also play offensive line or something. 5, 6, 7. Damn. This isn't the time of specialists, so to speak. Holy cow. So nobody scores in the third. It's 14-7. Springfield fans dying here as Clark has missed 2 kicks. Worse, they give the ball at the 46 to Coaldale's A offense. All right, Coaldale goes to work. 53. It's going to be a pass for 18. He finds Brody down the field. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. And folks, they're in field goal range with one pass to the big tight end. It's going to be 54. It's going to be a handoff for nothing. Plum drilled for nothing. He can't get outside the backfield. It's going to be a nice pass here. 18 more down the field to Wellington. 5, 10, 15. Down to the 18-yard line. The flanker catches that pass. 1st and goal. The crowd now holding their breath. An event. It's going to be a turnover, I think. So we're looking at the event charts. Raw. Again, this is raw B versus raw D. Incomplete. So no turnovers. 2nd down. Oh, that should have been a turnover. So here's where their defense cannot produce a turnover versus Coaldale. So that's a huge advantage for Coaldale, right? 64, it's going to be a run for 2 yards. So they pitch it to Plum for 2. 1, 2, third down. They're getting a little conservative, I think. After that incompletion, that was probably because it was an event. It would have been probably, it was in the hands of Farmer and he dropped it, or Vernon, and dropped it. It's going to be a pitch out for 5 yards to Plum, but not enough. They're going to settle for the field goal. On the field goal kicker is a D. From the 11, D on the 11 is, he needs to roll anything but a 1, and he does. Folks, that may be all they need. Belgrade hits a chip shot field goal. What we had, 11, 18-yard field goal is good, and folks, that extends their lead to 10. Extends their lead to 10, and Springfield needs to get the job done. Out to the 29 on a kick return. So good return men here in this game. Unfortunately, it has not boded well for Springfield. It is 17-7. Springfield needs to drive down the field and score. It's going to be a drop back pass. He's looking deep for Price, incomplete. Olsted's having a rough half here. It's going to be, incomplete. He drops back, waits, and tries to find a man open. Ball's batted away. Third down and 10. It's going to be a pass for 7. He dinks it down in desperation to Pip, and Pip cannot break tackles. It's 4th and 3. They got to go for it. Springfield on a 4th down play. Oh, it's going to be a turnover, folks. So again, we look at B versus B. Turnover. What kind of turnover? Fumble lost. You got it. So again, Olsted hammered. Or again, fumbled the snap. Fumble lost. Who recovers this? Farmer. Damn. Farmer. And remember, we got to look at the return, and it's static. So their raw defense for the Coaldale Miners is B. Fumble return -10 at the 26-yard line. So he scoops it up and rumbles down to the 26. The crowd stunned. Coaldale now can put this game on ice with one more score. Coaldale goes to work. It's a drop back pass looking for Brody in the middle of the field. Nobody home. Incomplete. Over his head. It's going to be a pitch out for 7 to Plum, the league's top back. 5, 6, 7. Third down and 3. I would run it again. Nope. It's going to drop back and look. He finds Brody 8 yards and a first. Down to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 11. Brody makes a big catch. And they're going to run this up. It's going to be a pitch out. 16. He trots into the end zone. Does the league's top rusher. 11 yards. Plum, 11-yard run TD. Extra point for these guys is a D, and he makes it PAT. Plum with an 11-yard scoot. That is 2 touchdowns rushing for the league's top back, 51 yards and just touchdowns, not counting the other yards he has racked up. Springfield will use, so Springfield's a B in this game. They are allowed now in the final drive to use their comeback grade. It's a C. You're not going to use the comeback grade. Well, it's the same chart, C. So there's no reason they would actually go down to the C chart. They're going to stay with their B charts. There is a team, matter of fact, last week, I can't remember his name now, Grantham, they are an A comeback, so their final drive was on the A charts, and they did drive right down the field and scored a touchdown. So there are optional rules for Hail Marys and for comeback rules. However, this team in particular would choose to go with what they're doing against this defense, which is B, so they're not going to use their comeback grade. And again, there's the extra possession rule, so if Springfield scores here, they can try an onside kick and get an extra possession. So there's still time for Springfield to do some damage. However, with that touchdown, folks, that makes it 24-7. So technically, they won't be able to win this, even if they score 2 touchdowns, right? So Springfield will go to work. Kickoff out to the 29. And here we go, 41. 41 is going to be incomplete. That makes sense. Drops back, looks incomplete. It's going to be 12, incomplete. Third down. And it's going to be 55. That might be enough for a first down. 8-yard run. It is not. So he scrambles. The quarterback, flush from the pocket, scrambles. Okay, this is potentially the final play. So we're going to go with the Hail Mary rule. Very simple. 66 is a touchdown, 75 yards, so they could score from here. So if I complete a 66, it's 75 yards. That's the maximum long in the game. If it's an 11, it's intercepted. If it's a 22, it's a sack. That's it. This will be the final play of the game unless he completes it. Nope, 14, incomplete. It will be end of game it would have been turnover on down, Hail Mary. I'll make a note that this was a Hail Mary check, and it was incomplete. And that's it, folks. As Belgrade gets a field goal, Plum scores 7, 10 points in the fourth for the best team in football. Springfield went right down the field and matched Bellows in the first quarter, and then Springfield was shut out the rest of the way as Olstead fumbled the ball away twice, and Clark missed 2 field goals. Unbelievable. So 24-7. That'll make Coaldale. I think Coaldale won their first game. Let me double check. Let's go all the way back to my schedule page. Keep coming. These are all the games I played in the last couple days. Okay. Come on, Jay. It's like I'm having a brain cramp here. There we go. Gosh, dog. So Coaldale won this game 24, game of the week, 24-7. Coaldale won the first game 31-6. So they're so far the best offense and defense in football. Plum had a huge day. Plum, 2 run TDs for him is my highlight. And Springfield Olstead, 2 fumbles lost. So Olstead, who was leading the league in touchdown passes, has unfortunately, again, hovering around an even touchdown ratio, TDs to turnovers. Olstead is at -1 now, I think, on the year. So despite leading in touchdown passes, he's had a couple of turnovers. Coaldale will climb to 2-0. Springfield won their first game, shocking the world and beating Central City 29-26 on the road, but they're going to drop this one. And so we got 2-0 versus 1-1. And folks, that was our game of the week game. And next up, the final game is game 2 of week 2, Middletown at Unionville. Middletown is their defending champions. However, their offense is aged into a D bracket, so they're not near the team they once were. So they aged into a D bracket, but they have a brilliant defensive A and a comeback grade of A. So in the final possessions, they're allowed to use the A grade raw for the charts when they're in their final possessions. That's the rules. So pretty cool, the comeback rules. All right, so they should win this, but Unionville just unfortunately did not improve in the offseason. They're D, C, D. This is going to be a long year for Unionville. Unionville was actually competitive last year. This year, just too many changes to this team. And so I think Unionville is going to end up being the worst team in football. Springfield, I thought, might still suffer around there, which they could. I mean, they went 1-6 last year. This year, I thought for sure they're going to do better, but hey, they just lost that one. And there you have it, folks. So that is Game 3 of Week 2, Game of the Week between Coaldale Miners, who have been the best team record-wise in football the last couple of years. They have not won a championship. And demonstrating my personal version of Time Sports Complete. All right? Complete. And why is it called that? Because it was inspired by the Time Sports Complete football time version of the game with a comeback grade. That's why this, to go with that comeback concept. And also to use static special teams, static long gains, static static events, and static defensive returns. And of course my personalized cap rules, which we saw me go over in the last video where I put every team through the off-season cap paradigm to change the quality of their grades. And then of course the optional rules added as of this morning, the Hail Mary and the comeback grade. I just defined it that are here. It needs to go in the book. I had forgotten to define it. I do write in the book. You'll see this. I refer to the comeback rule, and then I forgot to put the comeback rule in the book. So if anybody's ordered this, they'll need the addendum. So I talk about the comeback rule, and then I forgot to put it in the book. So there it is, folks. So hopefully nobody's ordered that paperback. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.